Hello, everyone. You are welcome here. We are here again for another interview with our aspirants. I can see someone already in the waiting room. Don't worry, I can see you there. Doing the bit of introduction. So you're welcome. We are Feggicolla Girls. Feggicolla Girls'Arise. Success is our aim. And part of making success our aim and raising the banner high is by getting involved in the bigger body, getting involved in the FGGC Akure initiatives. And so we need people to lead us, to lead the 39 sets that have graduated from, FGGC Akure since its inception. So you can see it's a long way, and there's so many ladies and girls. So now it's time to interview one of the contestants, one of the aspirants for the position of the welfare officer. And I am glad to introduce on the screen a Feggi sister Moremi Akin Ojo. Oh, she says Moremi Labe or sorry if I'm wrong. Please introduce yourself by yourself.
Okay. My name is Moremila Biodon. I'm not sure if I'm positioning my camera properly. I'll try to.
Good now. That's great. That's great now.
Okay. Okay, my name is Moremila Biodon. Formerly Moremi Akiojo, Red House 89 set. And I'm going for the position of welfare officer.
Okay. Great.
Do you need any other thing about me?
Yeah, well, actually, before then, I can see this is your poster here. So if you've seen that poster on social media, on WhatsApp, on so many other places, that is the poster of Sister Moremi Akin Ojo, and she is actually vying for the position of a welfare officer. So, do you want to introduce her? You're welcome, Sister Tony Ademoye, vying for the position of the vice president. People have been asking me, we can only hear one person as a vice president. Where are the others? So I'm glad you could make time out of no time. Currently, I want to speak with Sister Moremi Akinojo firstly, so that she can run off to do what she needs to do. And so thank you very much for coming in. Is it okay if I leave you here and while we talk, Sister Toyi?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah?
That's
great. Thank you very much for your time. I am Bumi Babatine, Red House Girl 92 set, and I'm doing this on behalf of our 92 sisters who are asking. We don't even know them. We want to know them. We want to be able to cast our votes for people we've listened to, that we've heard, we've asked questions. I'm sure some of them will be joining me on the program soon. So back to you, Sister Moremi Akejo. Do you want to tell us why you are vying for the position of a welfare officer?
Okay, I'm vying for the position of the welfare officer. One, because I'm a compassionate person. Two, I've been involved in the welfare, caring for the needs of my sisters on our platform 89 set for more than 3 years, and I feel it's time to launch out to a bigger scope for the other sisters. Not only that, while over the years on our platform, I found out that we've lost touch with so many sisters and we keep on looking for them. Some we've been so fortunate to get over the years, and some up to today we've not been able to contact them. And to me, I feel it's just an injustice on our own part, that if we're able to have a data system and a good welfare system where we're catered for, then we can connect with each other even before we leave the school. Now we've left school, we can still connect if you have a good system. Not only that, I found out that some of us, I don't know, but I'm not satisfied with where I am. And I feel that someone should actually be able to help me in life. And I also should be able to help some other people in life. But then it's only when someone says, oh, did you go to XYZ place? Oh, the director there used to be a Feggicolla student. And then you're like, oh, I didn't know. I could have used that opportunity to introduce myself. And I feel that should not be the case. We should actually connect and make use of the connection we have at this time. So that's why I'm vying for the position of welfare, to take care of our needs, to make sure that we are well represented, and to make sure that every sister feels among. We feel connected, we feel that we're part of Feggicolla, not that we're just lost in the midst of a place. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that answer. Another question is, how do you intend to bring together people from other sets? What are your plans to bring everyone together?
Okay. My plans are this: first, to contact each set individually, the representatives. That's the first step. Contact each set individually, the representatives, and find out if they have a welfare committee or welfare individual. If they don't have, then I'll encourage them to set up such for each set. And from there, collate data. Now, I understand that there is the POPI Act. That's the Personal Information Act, Protection of Personal Information Act. And so I won't be able to bounce on everybody for the information, but definitely we'll have to seek consent. Give out questionnaire, seek consent to get data from every sister from each set. So each set will have to have a representative. If a set does not have a representative, once I can get someone from that set, then I'll be able to encourage the person to please stand in for us, to be a welfare officer for that set, and give us information about sisters in the set and what they need and how we can meet their needs.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for that answer. I would bring up, for people who are thinking, is this person I'm thinking? This is her picture here when she was in Feggicolla. If you've seen that face, I remember that face now. Yes, that's her. So
at this junction, Bumi, please let me give credit to who credit belongs. My very good sister, Caroline Adewumi, sent me this picture about 2 months ago. Okay. Just jokingly, I don't have any picture of myself in Akure. So my classmates are taking everything. So I never had one all these years. She just said, Moremi, I found your old pictures that you gave me. Let me send them to you, jokingly. And I said, okay, send them. Let me see how I looked when I was in Akure. Because everybody that meets me says, are you the Moremi? But you've changed. And then I'm thinking, have I changed? Now, when she sent that picture, honestly speaking, I knew the picture, but I could hardly recognize myself. I sent that picture to my husband. He said, what happened? I said, question mark, don't ask me. Next time I saw him, I said, no, you overfed me. That's the answer. So I give credit to Caroline for that. Thank you.
Yeah. We've all grown in leaps and bounds. Like I say, people have grown, so they've grown gracefully that they've grown beyond recognition. So we've all grown beyond, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing, I'll say.
Yeah, it's true.
Thank you. So finally, because I know you've got to rush off to work, back to work. And you're welcome, Ote. What is that name now? Otates. You are welcome.
Fumio to touch you.
What is it? Okay. You're very much welcome. So if you've got any questions, for those watching online, I can see people are joining us. They're watching, they're listening. If you've got questions for the aspirant of the welfare officer, please send them in the comments, and we will ask her before she goes. And if you've seen this video, you think, oh, there are people who need to know about this person or see this person, this is time to like, to share, to comment on the video. Thank you very much. So finally, before you go, like I said, this is your poster and you're vying for the position of a welfare officer. You said you're caring, committed, dedicated, and trustworthy. Now, my question to you is, what has been a notable contribution in the past years to what has been your contribution in the past years towards our alma mater, FGGC Akure, and the alumni group? Could you please answer?
Towards the alumni group, my 89 set, we've come up with things that we are still in the pipeline. We're still working on. That's because the principal has been changed. The principal that was there before 2000, we met her, we spoke to her. She wasn't so keen on what we wanted to do. Maybe she thought it was just a small thing, because we wanted to empower the students in Feggicolla with things to do, that you don't, to be self-sufficient while in school and after school. When the principal changed, we couldn't be went on behalf of us, because we have the welfare committee in our set, we have the care group in our set, which I'm a member of both, and she's spoken with the principal, and we've started on the project we have. It's been a bit slow, maybe because of the COVID, but we started on that. So I've been a big part of that project with my other members in 89 set to give towards the school. In terms of our own group, what I've done so far is to try and gather our sisters in terms of contribution, in terms of helping, in terms of information, dispensing information amongst ourselves, and in terms of representing ourselves in different things. I mean, when someone is having a birthday, when someone is celebrating things, I've been able to collate people, to gather people around to go for such occasions. So that's what I've been doing, and also our set has tried the best. I know it's been dragging on for quite a long time because of the COVID, but I can assure you something in the pipeline which we are continually working on. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for that answer. Is there any question from anyone on the screen who wants to ask a question before Sister Moremi Akejo leaves? Any questions? Okay, if there are no questions, could you tell us give us your final word before you say bye?
Okay, my final word. My final word. I'm a seasoned educator, lecturer, and statistician. So data collation and analytic ways of doing data is not a foreign thing to me. It's in fact, I've worked so many times in such field, and also protection of data. I know how to do that. So I see that as an avenue to be able to use that the gift I have towards our data collation. Now, not only do we want to gather data to help the sisters keep information, but we also need to gather data for the students that's still in school to keep abreast, so that we can find out what people will need. Because if you don't know who you're talking to, there's no way you can get their needs. So we don't want any sister to be left out. We want everybody to be included, so that we can find out what do you need, because that's the first step we need to do before we can say, oh, this is what is needed and this is how we're going to disperse out the needs. Also, I'm thinking of projects in collaboration with other ESCOs to find out, to do seminars and towards the welfare of people. Welfare is not only financial, you have spiritual, you have mental, you have physical health. The many fields of welfare that we can go into. Lastly, I need to set up a place whereby a system whereby we can check on sisters regularly. I don't want any sister to be excluded. Check up sisters regularly by having small clusters in each of the sets, so that I can actually look towards them and say, oh, who is missing? Who do we need to help? Who can help others in the group? So that's what I'm thinking of, that look, the welfare of our sisters should be paramount. We're getting older every day, definitely. And at the same time, the young ones are coming out. We don't want them to be left at Akibo. We want them to be included. We want everybody to feel welcomed. We want everybody to feel like a sister on the platform. So this is what I intend to do if I'm voted in. Thank you so much. And thank you for your time. Thank you for organizing this forum. We really appreciate it. And thank you for the Saturday meetings. I enjoy them. I think sometimes I'm the only one watching you guys. But
yeah, the alumni body.
Yeah,
alumni
no, your
body.
own. Yeah, your set. It brings back a lot of
Oh,
memories,
okay,
especially,
okay, 92 set.
yeah,
All right, I get what you
92
mean.
sets, especially the ones I don't even remember have happened now. When you guys talk about it, I remember, oh, it happened. Yeah, it's been
Yeah.
so many years that sometimes the brain can't keep the information intact again. But when someone reminds you, then you remember, oh yeah, it really happened. Thank you so
Mm,
much. I
thank
appreciate this
you. So
opportunity.
if I may
Thanks.
quickly ask, what year were you in? I mean, sorry, not year. What
Oh,
house were you in? House.
89 sets, Red House.
Red House. Okay. Red House.
Yes, with Funke Agubiade, Funke Oke,
Yeah. Yeah.
Kofo Ogunye,
Yeah.
Caroline Adewumi, Funmi Otitoju. Who else was there? Oh, we're quite a
Babatunde.
handful.
Babatunde.
Couldn't be Babatunde, but she moved out. Who else was there?
She
I
was
think,
good.
yeah,
House.
yes.
Okay. Nice. Nice. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of
Thank
your day
you.
while I
I
speak to
will,
all.
and you too.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you very much. For those watching, you're wondering what are we doing? What is this all about? Maybe you've just come online and you're thinking, what's happening? This is what is happening on the 16th of July to the 18th of July. There will be an election for the FGGC Akure Alumni Association. And so there are aspirants who are here who are going to be vying for different positions. Let me take that thing off my screen. Yep. Who are going to be vying for different positions. And some of them are here. You heard some of them yesterday, and you've heard some of them even before now. And we are asking them some questions maybe that have been missed, or some things they even want to say that they've not had the opportunity to say, and we are all ears listening to them and saying, wow, is this the right candidate or not? So I go back to Sister Tony Oluwatoyin. I must say the full name, Oluwatoyin Ademoye. So let me bring her up on the screen while she introduces herself. Yeah, you are welcome, Sister Tony. Oops, your mic is mute.
Is it? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. Thank you so much for having me. I really feel honored to be on your platform and give to share a little bit about myself. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So please could you introduce yourself? Who are you? Who were you and who are you now?
Wow, what a very, very big question. Who was I? Or who were I? Or who am I now?
And who will you be?
Yeah, and who will I be? That is very, very crucial. That is the most crucial element of it. The past, the present, and the future. Well, I would always say to people, for me personally, English is an additional language. I can to people. So you would bear with me when I mix a little bit, of slanging and proper English. And I'm sure amongst it all, you'll be able to suss out exactly who I am. Well, my name is Oluwatoyin Ademoye. I am Ni Adewakun. I went to Federal Government Girls' College, and I graduated from the set 1989. I was actually in the house when I was in college, and basically, that is the general formality description of myself. Well, I completed my educational in my secondary education, the whole of Akure. I actually started from scratch. I started from one. I was privileged to be part of the set that migrated, or that were the last set in the temporary site, as they used to call it, before we moved on to the permanent site, which is on our road, where everybody now knows as the Federal Government Girls' College Akure site. We didn't start from there. We started from where Barbed Wires was, right, in the center of the town, and we were able to sneak in a few contrabands, buy a few bread and granules over the fence, having to tip the tap up to get water, because we didn't have water facilities. Water had to be, delivered in tanks and all that. It was quite an exciting period of my life, which I would definitely trade anything. And yes, in terms of who I am presently now, it has shaped my life. It has influenced even my decision with my children. I am a qualified, trained, certified childcare practitioner. I hold a degree in psychology. I hold a master's as well in educational psychology, but I practice more as an early years practitioner because I believe in early intervention. I believe so much in inclusion. And basically, I work my life all around that. I'm also a trainer. I train people. I train across the spectrum of childcare and education. I train right up until university levels. I am, well, I wouldn't call myself a trainer in terms of the technical language for the university students. I would say I'm a lecturer or I'm a student. Or I'm a tutor rather than a trainer. But basically, what I'm trying to put across is that I train across the spectrum. So basically, from childhood into tertiary, which is colleges, supporting people with the national vocational qualification, into the professional realm, supporting already qualified people to have a continuous professional development across different enlightening and updates and changes going on within the sector of early years education and childcare, right up onto degree level, supporting people that are trying to build their career up in childcare. In addition to that, I am also qualified and trained assessor and internal verifier, which basically means I am experienced and exposed to putting in place systems, structures, strategies to ensure that, things happen the way they ought to happen. I am a certified risk assessor. I am also a certified and, established safeguarding officer. And, I could just go on and on. I am so many things. I wear too many hats. I'm an entrepreneur. I have my own chains of businesses that ranging from childcare into event management, event coordination, into training concerning events, helping people and training them in terms of risk assessment, health and safety, quite a lot. That is just basically what I do in my professional life. Outside of that, what am I now presently? I'm a fun person. I just love to enjoy life.
Okay, great, great. Great. Thank you very much for that. Sometimes you ask, yeah, there's a president, but my question is, what is the role of a vice president?
Wow, it's good you asked that question. It is something that I've been waiting for somebody to ask for ages. When I was approached by a couple of my sisters, as in my setmates, as well as some seniors and juniors, saying, "Oh, well, Toyin, you've got the skill, you can do this job. Why don't you go for it?" I took the pain to read the constitution of Feggicolla. And in there, it states there very, very clearly, aside the fact that as a vice president, you stand in for the president in official matters and duties and responsibilities. Under the Feggicolla Constitution, I pretty much hold a portfolio which is centered around the management of chapters or clusters of the alumni across the diaspora. So for me, that is very, very important. And that was one of the reasons that made me accept the call of Clarun and, take up the challenge. Because I've always been very passionate about that. My peers will tell you that. Some of my seniors will tell you that in the UK here, in Nigeria. Yes, I am UK based. I've been based here for over 25 years, but nevertheless, I get involved. I hear something happening or I hear something is going on with a Feggicolite. I am on top of it. I want to be a part of it. I want to support. I want to make my own little contribution. I want to find out how they're doing. I want to be able to, relate with them. I want to be able to open my doors to them. I have had a few people that have come into this country in the UK, stranded and not having anywhere to stay, They're not part of my set. I don't know them, but I've known them through somebody that has known them in Feggicolla, and they give me a call. My house is open to them. So that is the kind of person I am as an individual. And like I said, that particular information in the Constitution geared me up to say, okay, you know what, you do this naturally, you can do it. Why not? Sisterhood is about coming together. It's about, holding each other's hands, like Morimi rightfully said. And that has always been my campaign. That has always been my vision. That has always been my take up and my own selling point, even within my class group. I was privileged to, re-energize and work with a couple of my other classmates to put together a reunion. A lot of people would say, oh, it's a reunion in the UK. It wasn't just limited to the UK. We had sisters in the whole of Europe, from Ireland come in, sisters from, Birmingham, sisters from, so it wasn't, from Dublin rather, come in. So you had sisters from Spain come in. So it wasn't just a reunion of UK Feggicolla 89 set. It was the reunion of the European Feggicolla representatives. And as it is now, I coordinate that. I still reach out to my sisters. Even during COVID, we had meetings, we had online Zoom parties, believe it or not, just to check up on each other, to encourage each other, to give to each other that tap. I've had sisters that had COVID and literally and personally driven to their house to drop supplies for them, to drop medications for them and all that. So for me, that is what sisterhood is all about. And like I said, that happened to be under the VP's portfolio, which is one of the things that I think is so exemplary.
Okay, it's so interesting to just as you mentioned it, I didn't realize you're in the UK, and I am in the UK, and there's so many other people in the UK, and I'm thinking I've not heard about all of these things that have been going on that you've been doing. So if I may ask, how do you intend to include people from other sets, the younger, the older, and everyone, even those who are just coming out of not secondary school? How do you intend to include everyone?
Exactly what Morimi had, mentioned. I also happen to be sitting in part of the execo team, which Morimi is a member of for my set. And I can proudly say that I initiated that vision of clustering, because that is something that we are even looking at within our own set. Basically, your sister's keeper. And I looked at it and I took it from the concept of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, the vision that Pastor Adeboye shared, which I happen to be a partner of, which is about having a church next door to you, really. You don't have to travel miles away to fellowship. You don't have to, go a billion miles away. That's one. And then also from the concept of everybody's an individual. We all have our people that we would be more confident in opening up to and sharing with them our challenges as well as our success, because it's not just challenges alone that people keep to themselves. I know a lot of people that keep a lot of success to themselves. I happen to be one of them, just like what you just said now, in terms of, I've been in the UK and I haven't heard a lot of the things that you've been doing. First and foremost, I personally see myself as someone that is not, techno enlightened. I'm not into it because I've been in it in the past as a hobby. And the moment I changed my career, basically, I'll be honest with you. In fact, to switch on the television in my house is a problem. I have to call my 10-year-old daughter and ask her, how do I do this remote? It's as bad as that. So you hardly find pictures of me, publications of the things I've done on social media. I don't need to. I get on with what I need to do. The people that are around me happen to know. So that for me, like I said, it's very, very important introducing the cluster strategy, the cluster system. Basically, having smaller clusters of Feggicolla ladies, even from school. Everybody has one friend or the other. And like I said to you, I've been able to share my home with some other people, not because I know them, but because I know somebody that knows them. So that's the same approach and the same style, but obviously on a larger scale. skill. I'm so sorry. It's like I'm flicking because
Yeah, so
so much is coming on my screen from the alumni. And I'm thinking, okay, great. Now I'm in the meeting. But then, like I said, that's pretty much my own contribution, and what I would appreciate if all members of the executive team would embrace and run with. So that clusters where, they don't need to be bigger than 5, because everybody feels more comfortable in the family unit. Everybody does. So they would share together their successes, they would share together their challenges. And if it's something they cannot manage amongst themselves, somebody can reach out externally, not necessarily even to the wider body, but to another, sub-cluster that is nearby for the right assistance and the right help and support. And that way, everybody will be included. There will be that inclusion. Everybody will feel a part of the bigger community in a smaller way. And not only that, their needs, or meeting their needs, will be tailored to them as individuals, even within a group, which is very, very important. That is the concept of childcare that I have learned, I've trained. It's not about how big a class is. It's not a one size fits all. No, we all have individual needs. And as such, we would definitely need to be addressed and supported as how it is relevant, and how we can take it on board. Like I just gave you an example. Some people like to keep their business to their business to themselves, but nevertheless, I'm sure they still talk to one person or the other.
Yeah, and mentioning the cluster strategy, I think it's already done anyway, with different groups, different sets having their own. Oh, this is my 92 set, this is my 80 something set, this is my 2000 set, and they all have those sets. So coming together, like you mentioned, the RCCG, yes, there are different little cliques like that, but there's always the festival of life that brings everyone together. There's always the something big that brings everyone together, and you kind of like, you feel like, a sense of belonging with other people.
That's correct. Yes. And that is, like I said, even that is being migrated and pushed out or implemented via this cluster cells. You don't get to know about Festival of Life if you're not a partner, or you're not in a particular fellowship that is aware of it, or you're not in a particular church, not necessarily a denomination of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. For instance, I am the event lead for the SODA UK, which is basically the School of Discipleship as alumni for the UK. And that's how we do it. We have a lot of people that are part of that association that do not belong to the Redeemed Christian Church of God, but we reach out to them through their clusters, through their cells, through their through their group of discipleship class that they graduated with. In a whole year, for instance, in 2018, we had over 5,000 disciples that graduated in the UK alone. Not even in Europe, in the UK alone. I was part of the people that organized the passing out parade, and the certification for them, the recognition for the little things that they're doing. I also am part of the people that support them with whatever outreach they have in their own denomination in other areas. So, like I said, like you rightfully pointed out, it's not just the cell group. The cell group is there to help them feel comfortable. Okay. Now, the reunion thing is the coming together of all the cell group in one event, under one umbrella, under one love, because then we have input of information about individual needs, individuals' abilities, individual styles. That's why Festival of Life is the way Festival of Life is, because it's basically delivered in such a way that it can reach out to as many as possible, regardless of your preference. Some people don't come to Festival of Life physically, they can watch it online. Okay. Some people don't, cannot travel all the way down, they send representatives from their churches.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
thank you very much.
things
Yeah.
like that.
Thank you. I understand the point. Thank you very much. Maybe finally, I know for someone like my sister Gloria, in also vying for the position of a welfare officer, or someone like I should be thinking, where does Festival of Life come into what we're talking about? So I'm sure when you watch the video again, you will understand where the Festival of Life and RCCG came into the discussion. So without wasting more time, just one more question. Is there any question for Sister Oluwatoyin Ademoye, the person vying for the position of the Vice President? Any questions? Okay, someone here, Buki Adelaya says, I think on a lighter note, she's saying, do you wear contact lenses or were you wearing glasses in Feggicolla? Maybe that's
Well,
where
yes, in Feggicolla, I was wearing glasses.
Okay, that's why she's making this comment.
And at the moment, I don't wear contact lenses. I actually had a laser done on my sight 11 years ago. And even though it's fading away now, gradually, I'm to it because now I'm 50. Oh my goodness. Every time I upward now, I think, okay, great. It comes with it, but I've since realized that certain things just come with the age. There's so much you can do to kind of adjust it or do whatever. So yes, you are correct. I was
okay, great. So people who knew you with glasses would be like, is she the one? Is she not the one?
I think I have that I sent to you, Bumi, but I only just sent it.
Oh, 1 minute. Let me see. I know I have some pictures here. Could it be? No, that's not
the
you.
one
That's
my Holy Communion.
I didn't see that actually. I didn't see that. I'll carry on with the next because of our time. I'm looking at our time, and I don't want to go past 12:55. So I will try to search my phone again and see if I can find that picture. If not, you could please send it again, and I will bring it on the screen. So thank you very much, Sister Toyin Ademoye. Make sure you are voting for the right person. This is someone aspiring to be the vice president of the association. Now you've heard from her, make your decision. We recently heard from Sister Moremi Akinyojo, welfare officer. Now I've got another welfare officer. So this is your time to hear both sides, because there are two aspirants for the welfare officer. The Moremi Akinyojo and Gloria Ikpa ni Aikorin. I'm sorry if I got that name wrong, but yeah, it's your time to shine.
Okay, hi everyone. Sorry I came in a bit late. I thought I wouldn't make it because of the time difference. It's early hours of the morning and I just had to try. I said let me just try because I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze in another time. So yeah.
Let me ask, where are you reaching out from?
Reaching out from Regina, Saskatchewan in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're like
great.
about
Thank
7
you.
hours behind. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
who are you?
I'm Gloria. Ikorin in Feggicolla, but now IPA. I was in Purple House. I joined Feggicolla in my year 2, so I spent 5 years. I was in the boarding house, and what else do you want to know? Currently, I'm a project manager in the government setting here in Saskatchewan, and I manage projects. I ensure that projects are executed end to end successfully.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for finding time to come on the live stream. So this is Gloria Ikpa. She is vying for the position of a welfare officer as well. Now, my question to you is, why are you vying for this position?
Okay, so naturally, I'm someone who I do my things behind the scene, but with compassion and a lot of activities that in my set alumni we've been doing. I always try to get involved in the little way I can. And in fact, I remember it was one of the my former classmate that called me up and was like, Gloria, I want to nominate you. And I'm like, I was almost going to tell her, no, please don't get me into this. And then I thought about it. I mean, there are many of us, and for her to have picked me, I'm sure she has seen the things I've been doing. She was one of our ESCOs in our own set. She's been seeing what I've been doing, and she must have seen some traits and my leadership traits, and like for her to just engage me on that level. I said, okay, no, I'll give it a shot. And she was like, okay, so what position? And I was thinking, okay, where would I like to serve? What speaks to me? I don't just want to be in an office, just for being there. Where do I know that my strengths are? And I looked at it and I was like, okay, yeah, welfare. That's just me. That's what I am all about. Like I said, I like really making people happy around me. You cannot please everyone, right? But to the best of my ability, I try to see where needs are and try to meet it. So that was what propelled me. And I looked and I said, okay, a welfare officer would be what is like aligned to what I've even been doing in the past. Like I mentioned, in my former place of work when I was in Nigeria, I was involved in a lot of welfare activities, and I was like, okay, I can extend this and serve my alma mater in that using that for those skills. I can help to this is where I can contribute towards my own little bits. So like I said, it's also my nature. People who know me know that Gloria, when you need something, advice, guidance, and I'm a go-getter. I'm someone, once I put my hand on something, I try to see it to the end. And if we are able to come up with different initiatives, the needs will differ, will be different depending on the situation. So once we are able to identify what those needs are, execution is a different ball game. If we can't execute it, then we won't get to where we want, like I said, where we want to be. Like we're talking about stakeholders, and people were like, I'm going to bring this in because I just read this morning. I saw the charts on why are people posting things about political people that they've been with and all that. This is what we call stakeholder engagement. You need to know the right people. You need to know who to talk to. You need to know who will block your projects from being executed. And it's all about making sure that those initiatives get to where they want to be, are executed successfully, and the objective is met. So this is the reason why really I believe that I have those skills to manage this initiative. I believe that my heart is in the right place as well. That's why I'm going for the welfare officer position.
Okay, thank you very much. Someone is asking here, what year did she graduate from Feggicolla?
1993. I graduated in 1993. Yeah.
What's house? Because that's usually the
I mentioned it, Purple House. I was in Purple House.
Yes, you mentioned that. Yes,
Yeah.
and that also not that one. Yeah, I will bring up that picture later. So that is Gloria when she was in Akure. And another picture for those who are thinking, is she the one? Is she not the one? You can see, I can even see her face there. And I remember this person. Yes,
Yeah.
so that's her for those who are still yeah, so very well done. Thank you very much. Now, do you think your current location will be a pro or con? I mean, what do you think to be in a welfare, to properly execute the office of a welfare officer?
Okay, so that was one of my first questions to the person who engaged me about this, vying for any one of the positions. And I was like, I'm not in Nigeria. I've left Nigeria in case you are not aware. And she was like, yeah, there are some specific posts, not everything, but, some can, and when I checked and welfare officer, being where I am does not hamper anything. We're in a global age, right? Thanks to, I think that was one of the things that COVID made a reality, that it doesn't matter where you are. You don't have to be physically present at, I'm going to use a place of work to be able to deliver. You can be at home and deliver. The same way, I don't have to be physically present in Nigeria to be able to meet our needs. The most important thing is coming together. Thank God for technology. We all have different channels. You're using the technology now to get all of us to come and speak on this forum right now. And it's about getting what's the word, representative in each of the sets, so that you can identify those needs. I don't have to be in Nigeria to be able to implement all these projects. Like I said, we are in a global world right now. So yeah, to answer your question, no, it doesn't. Technology, thanks to technology, all this whatever complexity can be addressed.
Okay, so I know I have just 3 minutes more on here, but one question is, what is the role of a welfare officer to the either to the alumni body or to even FGGC Akure itself? What is the role?
The major role is to ensure that you harness the needs of all members so that they feel supported. We look for measures that will speak to general, when I say general welfare, it could be health, it could be financial, it could be education, it could be in our businesses or enhancing skills. It is diverse, but you need to make sure that for our sake, for our alumni, it needs to be channeled to meet our needs. And remember, we've got sets across different ages, so it also needs to speak to that age group. And like, if given the opportunity, one of the things I thought about is that certainly for each set, we must have a welfare representative that I would engage with, so that those needs can be collated, and then we can look at, okay, what are the big wins, what are those things that are general to all, we have some pain point, and some of my classmates are like, Gloria, when you get in there, you know, this thing we've been talking within us, you would project, and I'm sure the same thing lies for every other set. So that is what is addressing those needs and ensuring our welfare, and ensuring that we're in a community where true love, sisterhood would ensure us grow to actualize our goal. So it's bringing people together, meeting those needs.
Yeah, thank you very much. So we've all listened to our aspirants for today, and we've seen all their Feggicolla pictures, apart from this one, which I'm going to be showing, and that is for Sister Tony Ademoye. Could you tell us where you are on here? I can't.
I'm the third person. Well, I'm the second girl from the left.
Second from the left. Okay. Girl. Okay. Okay, yeah, with the glass. I see why someone was talking about glasses.
And that's my aunt, myself, and my mom.
Great. Okay, so yeah, that's her. Yes. Those who are thinking, do I know?
I'm the one in glasses. That's my aunt and my mom.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much. So yes, there you go. These are authentic Feggicolla girls who are vying for the position, and they are soliciting for your vote. So make sure you do what is needful on the 16th to 18th of July. Is there anyone, in 1 minute before we round up, does anyone have anything else to round up with? Because you might think, I should have said that, or I forgot to say this. If there's anything like that, please, this is your time. We have just 1 minute each. And thank you very much, Otates, the one who says Otates. Thank you for joining us
I would want
here.
to say,
yeah, carry on. I can't
the opportunity to say one more thing. I'm sorry, as you can see, I've kind of changed over from my uniform. Bless, but things happen. Yes. One more thing I wanted to say, in line with my position, and if I was voted in as the vice president, I would really, really love the opportunity to be able to extend my experience, expertise, even if I am not voted in terms of bridging the gap of education and learning for additional needs children, particularly the ones that are already in the college, not diagnosed, and not getting the right support. I am a trained professional in that realm, and at the moment now, I have already started. I'm someone that believes so much in actions rather than discussions and talking. I've already started. At the moment now, I am working with 2 NGOs, one of them being the major NGO in Nigeria at the moment for about the girl child well-being, which is WOSEF, and I've been working with them, and I'm creating sensory classrooms to support early interventions for additional needs children from age to 5. So that's what I am doing personally. But in line with Feggicolla girls that are much older, the early intervention would have been the best approach. But in the absence of that, we need to do something. We just don't say, oh, the time is gone. Because it's gone, it's dusted. No, it's not just dusted, but I am happy, and like I said, even at the forum, to go into the college and to support the teachers and train them with the right strategies and the right teaching patterns and methodology they could use to support such children that are struggling, in order to be able to bridge that learning gap and that learning development for them. So the gap is not as wide as it is over time, because the more time they spend without the right support, the wider the gap becomes.
Thank you very much, Feggi Sister Tony. Feggi Sister Gloria, do you have anything else to say before we call it a wrap?
Yeah, thank you. I just wanted you to know that somebody mentioned that it is important for us to grow the alumni, and one of the ways to ensure that people join and also remain is by making sure they feel loved and supported. And that is what a welfare officer, and that is one of the goals that we want to do to ensure that we grow our numbers and we're able to reach out there. Thank you
very much. Thank you very much, Feggi Sister Gloria. Feggi Sister Moremi, any last words from you? Thank you. You're still hanging around. Thank you very much for doing that. That's those are the 2 welfare officers, and I'm sure you'll be working together somehow. Yes, over to you. Your mic is mute. Oh, okay. Maybe I need to unmute it.
Thank you. No, it's fine. Thank you. My last word would be that we need to incorporate everybody into the alumni. So, but it has to be a continuous process. It's not just a once-off process. So whether you're an alumni or you're still in Feggicolla or about to graduate, a system will be set up to incorporate everyone so we feel loved, we feel empowered, and also to regularly check up on everyone. Not only will we do that, I promise you that whatever outcomes this election gives, whether it's I win, whether it's Gloria that wins, my expertise will still be rendered to the system so that we can all be one. I'm not thinking of only Feggicolla as a whole. I'm also thinking of us being incorporated in a large number into the USOSA group. The USOSA group is a unity group, and some of us are there, but I don't think we're well represented.
Okay,
and
thank
so
you very much.
This would be a nice thing to do. Thank you so much.
So it's time up, and we have had all the time here to express ourselves. Thank you very much, all of you, for your time. I say have a lovely evening, and I wish you all the best. Please work together. That is the way we can expand the horizon of there. Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.